I'm going on my honeymoon without my husband, and I think we're gonna get divorced because of it. My husband has always been extremely close to his little sister. And at first, I thought this was really sweet, until it started becoming that anytime she needed anything at all, our plans would get canceled. One time, she literally needed a ride to the airport, so he canceled our anniversary dinner. Like, can she not Uber? Even though his little sister is married and fully has her own husband, it seems like she still calls on my husband to do any favor. Any fix around the house, my husband's doing it, not hers. Me and my husband got married last week, and what do you know? His little sister went into labor during our reception. I can't be mad about it. That's not her fault, obviously. But we did have to end the reception early, and we all went to the hospital to be there for her and to support her. Everything went great, and the baby is healthy and happy, and his little sister is already home. Now, me and my husband are supposed to leave for our honeymoon in 2 days. But yesterday, he comes to me and tells me that we can't go anymore. I thought he was kidding at first, so I started laughing, but he was not laughing. And he told me that his little sister called him and said that she really needed him to come stay at her house with her and her husband and help take care of the new baby for a little bit. And I'm so confused because she's taken maternity leave, her husband's taken paternity leave, both of their parents live close by and have expressed that they're more than willing to help. So why does my husband need to go live with his little sister to help take care of her baby? And I was like, absolutely not. We had a pretty low-key wedding because we spent the majority of our budget on our honeymoon, which is super non-refundable. I mean, tell her you'll be more than happy to help out next week when we're back from our honeymoon. So even though I'm furious, I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'm gonna have a great time in Greece without you. And he immediately goes really quiet and says, what do you mean, go to Greece? I'm like, where we're supposed to be having our honeymoon. And he was like, no, like, you're not gonna go on the honeymoon without me. That would be so selfish of you. You need to be here in case we need you. What? He told me that because I'm family now, I need to be on call for his little sister 24/7 whenever she needs me. Okay, listen, I'm more than happy to help her out when I'm back from Greece, which I spent so much of my own savings on, and I'm gonna enjoy. And I've never seen my husband this angry. He is screaming at me, telling me that I don't value family and that I'm being selfish and that I'm being disrespectful and not respecting his little sister, which I'm like, first of all, it was disrespectful of her to know we were going on our honeymoon and to even ask you to skip it and stay with her. But he told me, if I go, I will come back to divorce papers. And I said, okay, bet. So now my husband is at his little sister's. I'm packing for Greece, and I think I'm gonna be divorced when I've been married for less than a month. I really was thinking that I was in the right, but the more I'm sitting on the situation, the more I keep thinking that maybe I was too harsh. I don't know. I love my husband, and I don't wanna get a divorce, but also I don't wanna miss out on the honeymoon or lose all of our money, so I don't really know what to do. Oh, do I have a crazy update for y'all? My husband was ditching our honeymoon to go take care of his sister and her new baby. First things first, yes, I did go on my honeymoon to Greece all by myself. I turned my phone off so that nobody could get in contact with me. Except I did get a little burner phone that I gave my mom the phone number to because, guys, you always have to make sure your mom can contact you. I did not want anybody messing with my peaceful, relaxing vacation amid all the drama, and it was the best vacation of my life. Honestly, probably even better than if my husband would have been there with me. I relaxed, did everything I wanted to do, and the trip was way too short. I tried not to think about the situation at all when I was in Greece and just enjoy my time, but on the plane flight home, my head was spinning with all of the different possibilities of what I was going to be returning to. And when I got home, I did not return to any divorce papers, but I did return to hundreds of missed calls and texts from my husband, basically calling me out for going, being really angry at me, other ones just apologizing, saying he was wrong, other ones saying I was wrong. I don't know. It was every single text message under the sun this man sent to me. But the most interesting text I received was one single text from my husband's sister that said, hey, I hope you're having an amazing time on your honeymoon. When you get back, can you please call me? I have some updates that I think you'd be really interested in hearing, and I'm not sure that your husband would tell you. I don't know what it was about the tone of the text, but something made me feel like I really should give her a call immediately. And I did, and she picked up right away. She actually started off the calls apologizing to me, saying that if she was in my shoes, she would feel the same way I did, and that she didn't really consider all the different aspects of the situation when she asked her brother to stay with her, and that it was a mistake overall, which I really appreciated and thought was really cool of her. But what she told me next absolutely floored me. She said that she kicked my husband out of the house the day he got there. The very same day he got there, he was booted. She told me that the minute my husband got there, he was acting like he was the guru of all things babies. Like, sir, what do you know about babies? You do not have any children. Basically, he was criticizing his sister for every single thing she was doing. He wanted to do everything himself and didn't want his sister to do a single thing. It drove both her and her husband absolutely insane, and they said, get out of our house right now. And apparently, right now, he is just staying in an Airbnb near their home with the hopes that they change their mind and come to their senses and ask for him to come back and help out. She said that there's absolutely no way that that's happening. She said that she doesn't even want to see him again for, a few weeks because she needs to cool down from the situation. So I thought to myself, what is the best way for me to handle the situation given my newfound information? And I decided to call my husband up and ask him how things were going. He told me that everything was going great. He was being such a big help to his sister and the baby. And that, he just can't believe that I wasn't here. I was so in the wrong that he did the right thing staying. And that's when he got a knock on his Airbnb door. When he opened the door, I was the last person he expected to see standing there. He would have never expected that his perfect little sister would rat him out and give me the address of his Airbnb. And he realized he was caught red-handed in the middle of a bold-faced lie. And that's when he immediately started spinning out. He started, fumbling with his words, not really knowing what to say. And I told him, babe, your sister told me everything, so don't even try. I mean, he attempted to try to make an argument for why he was in the right and that I was in the wrong for going, but, he ended up finally just saying he wished he would have gone with me to Greece, which, obviously. And I told him exactly how he was going to make this up to me. He was going to book us another honeymoon with his personal savings that he was using to buy his dream car. Nope, that's our new honeymoon, baby. And I want to go to one of those places where you're in a little bungalow in the ocean, in the Bahamas or something. That's what I want. That's where we're going to go. And he's already started planning this new trip. So, I kind of get to go on 2 honeymoons, which honestly, although this was a crazy situation, kind of a win at the end for me. And he promised me that from now on, I was going to be his priority and our marriage was going to be his priority, which, actions speak louder than words. So we're going to have to see. But he knows now that I'm not going to be okay with just sitting back and letting him not prioritize me or our marriage. So anyway, let's hope that this second honeymoon goes smoothly and there's not some crazy reason why he can't go on this one. But I think he knows better now. I refused to go on me and my boyfriend's romantic getaway when I saw that his mom had showed up to the airport with her luggage. My boyfriend and I have been dating for about 2 years, and even before I met his mom, I knew that they had kind of a strange relationship. For one thing, she would call him so many times during the day, and if he didn't answer right away, she would freak out. As you can probably imagine, things only got worse when I did meet his mom because she seemed to have a problem with everything I did. She criticized me about literally everything. But then what's even weirder is she started copying me. Started wearing clothes that were similar to what I wore, and then she dyed her hair blonde. She has never been a blonde in her life. And when people in his family started making comments that it was strange timing, she got mad at me and accused me of making her a joke to the family. I literally didn't say anything to anybody about her new hair color. Anyways, me and my boyfriend decided to plan a cute little romantic getaway, so we both took 2 weeks off of work and started planning our vacation. When my boyfriend's mom found out about this trip, she started calling, texting, showing up at our apartment, begging to come. This woman was fully throwing temper tantrums, asking to come. She threatened to call the police and file some kind of complaint against us just to stop us from going. My boyfriend started arguing that we should just let her come with us, to which I said, no, absolutely not. And then he told me that if she couldn't come on our romantic getaway, he wouldn't go. And I called his bluff. I said, fine, we won't go on vacation then. To which he said, okay, whatever, fine. She won't come with us. Now, after that, things got suspiciously quiet and Call me naive, but I just assumed maybe she was finally respecting our boundaries. Flash forward to yesterday when me and my boyfriend arrived at the airport for our flight. He was walking in front of me and he was looking like left and right, like he was looking for someone. And when I kept asking him what was going on, he just ignored me. And that was when I saw his mom standing there with all of her luggage. I cannot even describe to you the pit that formed in my stomach. He runs over to her and gives her a big hug, and I fully just turn around and start walking out. My boyfriend starts chasing after me, screaming at me to stop, saying that I'm being immature and ridiculous, and saying that she was already there and he had already bought her a ticket, so she might as well come anyway. I whip around and I tell him off in that airport. So I go home, obviously cry, and an hour later, my boyfriend gets back and is yelling at me, saying that I'm spiteful and pathetic and that it was ridiculous that I ruined our entire trip because I didn't want his mom to come. Babe, I didn't ruin the trip. You ruined the trip. Your mom ruined the trip. What makes this even worse is that now we are both out a ton of money because so much of the trip was non-refundable. My boyfriend has literally called everyone up, all of our friends, my family, everyone in his family, saying that our trip was canceled because of me. He's claiming that I ruined everything, but I don't think that I'm in the wrong whatsoever in this situation. I don't know. Maybe I overreacted. Maybe I should have just gone on the trip and not ruined it for everybody. But honestly, I didn't want to be disrespected like that. And I have no idea if this is something that me and my boyfriend can get past.